Okay, I did that, Nikki.
Yay.
So Patty cannot join. She is excused, Nikki.
Got it.
And uh, Phil is joining by phone, but he'll be a little bit late. Lua will join at 5:30, so she's got a previous meeting. And so Patty cannot join. She's excused, Nikki.
Got it.
And uh, Phil is joining by phone, but he'll be a little bit late. Lua. Sorry, I was hearing my echo.
Yeah, I could hear it too. There's an echo.
Okay.
Yeah, we could hear it. So you want to mute it on YouTube.
It was well, Brianna said it was when you have that YouTube link page. She said just close it out, which I did. So is this better?
It is much better.
Okay. So anyhow, so you got Patty, Phil. Lua always has a previous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she can join at 5:30, but she always has to leave at 6 for another meeting. So we may at some point for January discuss what we want the hours to be, meeting hours, if we want them to stay the same or not. And so that's who I've heard from. How are you, Susan?
I'm great, thank you. Just terrific.
Good. Is that sarcastic or is that?
No, really. Everything's fine.
Hey, Sally. Hey, Susan.
Hello. Yeah. Yes, Lakewood shop is doing good.
Oh, good. The new improved shop is raking bucks.
Yes.
Is it going to save you?
It's a steady source of earned revenue, which is nice at this time.
Yeah. You might put a little sandwich board out that says shop for gift.
Shop open. That's a good idea.
Because I think a lot of people don't think to shop there, you know. Shop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I will send that to Brandon right now. Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks again for hosting the retreat.
It was very fun.
That was so fun.
Very fun.
I had a great time. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad, Earl.
Great. It was a little chilly, but it was good.
It was cold. We powered through that.
Yes, we did. Yes.
I think we could have been inside for next time. I think there's plenty of space inside.
Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. But hopefully next time, we'll all be vaccinated.
Or immune.
Yes. Yes.
Since I'm sure we've all already had it.
Yes.
So Earl, I'm glad you're on the call.
Yeah.
Meeting. Do we get to see you today?
No, I don't have my camera on.
Oh.
It's being a little temperamental. So Sally, you had a good discussion with Two Ravens?
Yes, I did. They really changed my mind on a couple things about the art, and we'll talk about that. But I think they'd make a really good fit.
Well, that's nice. I mean, because he's an awesome guy. He really is. I really, I've always enjoyed working with him and everything.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Earl, we're waiting for them to get in. Are you wanting to continue as the VP?
Sure. I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Right, well, we'll just wait a few minutes.
I have just going over your materials right now because I have not had a chance to do that.
Please take the time. I updated the work plan a little bit because the UPS strategic consultants presented their 90-page report.
Mm-hmm.
So I took their ideas and added it into one of the sections of the work plan. I don't know if it's realistic that we can do it this year, but I added that, and then I attached the strategic consultants report so everyone can read it. And Susan, it has a lot of really interesting data that you'll be able to use as well.
Great, great,
Yeah,
great.
really new, different information about the different populations and like
Nice.
kind of how they're motivated, what they're motivated by. It's very interesting. And
Fascinating. Good.
yeah. So I thought, well, this will help me with all my events, not just.
Yeah, fantastic. Mm-hmm.
So I printed it off. I'm like, well, this will be some nighttime reading.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I haven't talked to Linda, but I'm sure she'll be on. There's Angel.
Alana, your tree looks nice and festive.
Thank you, thank you. You can tell I'm sitting at my dining room table. This is where all the action in my household happens. When you're Zooming.
Now, is all that color from the glass snowflakes you make?
You know, I don't have a single glass snowflake on my own tree. They're all, they're all like little felt ornaments that were from my grandmother's. I mean, that was the thing that, you know, people sold at craft fairs, all, you know. So, and when yeah, thank you. Well, and when I started doing the snowflakes, gosh, however many years ago that's been now, my boys were little. So I was honestly too afraid to have a tree full of glass snowflakes and 2 little boys and a couple of cats. Something would have gone wrong in that recipe, and my tree would have been, all my snowflakes would have been broken. So, yeah, but sadly I don't, isn't that funny? Here I make all these ornaments and I don't have one hanging up. But maybe I should do that this year now. I got time to babysit the tree.
Well, they're so nice. You don't want to get them lost in the festivities of that tree. Right. Maybe they get their own window.
That's right.
So at the new shop, Susan, do you sell ornaments, or is it?
Yes, and actually I need to get back to Lonnie on her snowflake. We do. We're currently selling Hilltop Artist.
Oh, fun.
Yes. So, I mean, and some of the proceeds go back to Hilltop, obviously. Yeah, so we do have a limited number of ornaments, but next year I'm going to source some from some local glassmakers that are really amazing, beautiful, and people can collect them from year to year.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, yes. So Lonnie, we will be back in touch with you.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great idea because you know you can take the profits and use it to go to Lakewood. So
yes, yeah, definitely. We'll get our orders out earlier next year. You know, we were delayed for obvious reasons in opening our shop this year.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why you would be delayed this year.
Pardon?
I said I can't imagine why you would be delayed this year.
Yes, but we finally got it open.
Whatever would have happened?
I don't know. But it's all good.
Yeah.
What are people buying the most of? Is there one?
Well, the new Lakewood hoodie is going very, very well. We sold out of that and had to restock that. So,
do you have a sample with you you can hold up?
Oh gosh, I might have. Hang on, let me.
Hi, Adriana. That's a beautiful backdrop. My goodness.
Hi. Oh, thank you.
That is a gorgeous backdrop. Are you at home?
I am.
Oh my gosh, you look like a movie star.
I do. Oh, I don't feel like one right now, but thanks. I'll take that.
How's school?
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
I don't know.
Getting used to it on some level now, huh?
What's that?
Oh wait, just a minute. Susan's got her hoodie.
Okay, so here's the new Lakewood hoodie. See this beautiful design of the garden on the back. It's a Shroom Brothers original art. It's got a nice little hood. Here's the hood. Yep, got the hood on.
Yes, model for us. Model for us.
And it's nice and warm. So yeah, those have been selling like hotcakes.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Great. Well, it's 5:10. We aren't voting on anything today. So I think, Earl, that we should start. Do you want to call the meeting to order?
Yes. Let's see. And then we have how many people in attendance? Okay.
We have
I'd like
10.
to call. What? Pardon? Yes.
You can just call the meeting to order.
Yes, I'd like to call the meeting to order today on December 7th. We're getting of 2020. This year went by remarkably fast.
I didn't even think about it.
Oh
Meeting
my!
of the year.
I know it's been like a whirlwind. And then anyway, has everybody gone over the minutes from last meeting, and have we agreed on the minutes? Because I think I went over that, and I was good on those. Everybody? Okay. Sally, you want to take it over then?
I think you actually have to do a motion to approve those.
Oh, a motion to approve the minutes. Sorry, I'm terrible at this. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Lonnie approves.
Does everyone second that?
I second it. Yep. Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Earl, what's next on the agenda?
Let's see. Let's see, because I'm just like, do you want to go over the work plan?
We'll just start at the top and work down with new business, which is election prep.
Here. I think I'm in a different one. Hold on, Sally. If you want to start that, because I'm kind of, I got a new computer, so I'm just kind of navigating everything.
Don't worry, and I can cue you. So it's election prep, and so everyone of January we vote on our officers, and Linda McDermott has said that she would like to continue as the chair and Earl as the vice chair, but there's always the opportunity if anyone else is interested to put their name in the hat. So for those of you on the call, Paige, hi. If you have any
Hi there. Yeah, I just am finishing up some of my work day, but I'm listening. I'm here.
Great. So does anyone else have interest, or are you good with Earl and Linda? We'll do an official vote in January. But if someone else wants a turn, please let us know. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, thank you, Nikki. Here's
Is that the
so
agenda?
Earl, you can see it there.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not finding this. Okay, I got it now.
Okay. And then just a heads up that we'll also do committee formations, because our committees, which are at the bottom of this document, I put them on all of our agendas here, are a little outdated now. So we'll want to put thought into what committee you want to be in on next year, and we'll update those because, for instance, we don't have the film festival. So just be prepared to say what committee you want to be on. I usually ask everyone to be on 2 committees. And that's it. So if you want to scroll back up, Nikki, thanks for doing that.
Okay, and then on to and that was the committee formation prep, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so let's go on to the unfinished business of Reverse Parade. Who will judge winners in 12-12? Sally? Linda?
Yes, so this Saturday's our reverse parade, and I just want you to let you know it's shaping up really nicely. We have a lot of floats, a lot of participants. They'll start staging at around between 3 and 5. They'll be staging their floats. If you want to come out at all, it's first come, first serve, except for we have a special spot for the Clover Park School District bus that's going to be out there, and they're going to have a slideshow going as well as a bus and music. But we have trophies, and I need 3 people to be judges. And it could be 6 people, like you could pair up, but you'll have a form. And the categories are most original, most spirited, and best theme. And I have everything on a clipboard here. So all you do is you go around. By 5 o'clock, you can start because everyone's set up at that point. You might want to make sure everyone has their lights on. So when you're judging, please ask them, you know, do you have all your lights on because we're judging? Or you can even wait till 6 when it starts, because then for sure they'll have their music, which will add an ambiance to it. So, you know, maybe it's better to actually wait till it starts. And then I just thought one person could handle each one. Like one person picks most original, one person picks most spirited, and one person picks best theme. You just have to coordinate amongst yourselves so you don't pick the same one for, you know what I mean? So there's 3 different trophies. You will hand them the trophy that night. And then there's a place on the trophy for a placard, and you'll get their address and name and what they want written on that, like Lakewood Mom's Float, or, you know, just something small, or maybe it's their business name. And then that will get engraved, and then we'll mail that portion to them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool. The trophy itself will already say, and I guess this is important to know, it'll already say winner of whatever category. So the placard is really to personalize it to their particular float or school or whatever they want on it. So when people see it, they see their name. And so they walk away with that. So who we can take up to, I think, 6 judges. Really, it's your only role at the parade. I would love you to be there for setup, but it's, you know, we are well staffed.
Yeah,
So
I
I can be
think
one
my
of the judges.
comment. Yeah, I mean, Earl, I'll judge with you again. It definitely helped to have both of us together, don't you think, Earl? Because we kind of had to debate.
Yes.
Sometimes one of the entries could be one in multiple categories.
Yeah.
So it does help to have the judges be able to
I think
talk
there needs to be a conversation between the judges to some degree. Yeah.
Yeah, you could just walk together, start to finish, and take notes. And then
yeah, I would do it.
Okay, great. So we've got Lonnie, Earl. Who else would like to be a judge? We need at least one more, not several.
We're fun. Come join us.
Paige, are you around?
Yeah, definitely. I can do it.
Okay. So just a reminder that this is an Arts Commission event. So, you know, it's nice to be there. I think it can be, you know, uplifting to see the end product. That this was really the brainchild of the Arts Commission. And we want to know if we want to do this again next year. Even, let's say, we could have a regular parade. Is this so much better? You know, we'll see. We'll see, be able to analyze what works well and what doesn't. Okay, so Linda, Earl, and Paige, there is a City of Lakewood booth by Barnes & Noble, and the trophies will live there unless
Okay.
you want to try to come in like Lonnie, come in earlier and get those in your hand, so we don't have to try to find those that day when there's a lot of commotion.
Yeah, I can come get those anytime. I could come this week and get them too before Saturday.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. And then you'll just,
Okay.
but like,
And I'll get the clipboards and the paper and all the paper.
Just keep them in your car. Yeah, and you can get the clipboards. Okay, that would be great.
Yeah.
And then you can all
I'll
meet
coordinate with you on the side,
Lakewood booth.
Sally, for that.
Okay, and you can't miss the Lakewood booth. You'll see a sleigh with, where Santa's going to be on a trailer and the booth's right next to it. So, Lonnie, as soon as I get those, I'll call you. So if you haven't heard from me by Thursday, let me know.
Perfect.
Remind me. Okay, wonderful.
Okay, so do we want to go on to the 2021 work plan that is due January 4th or January 11th agenda item?
Yes, let's do it. So, here's the work plan. Again, I always like looking at this. These are our goals. These are our goals for the year. And we're basically saying we want to commit to these. So everyone on the call, we're a hands-on commission. At least that's what, in a perfect world, we are, right? Because the more hands-on we are, the more the community's benefiting. So we've got the MLK involvement. We've got the recruitment and retention, which we're always doing. Although I have to say, once you set your mind to it, like I was like, okay, I'm going to devote 2 weeks to just recruiting and really thinking about it. And we found Sylvie and Lua. So I think if we all keep it top of mind, we can get on a few more great people. And then we have the Christmas tree lighting, which is for this year, the reverse parade. But typically it's the Jingle Bell Dash, Candy Cane Lane vendors, and entertainment. And then we have the rotating artists at City Hall. And then we have public art at Colonial Plaza. We are doing a public art contest for the city's 25th anniversary, which is coming together nicely. We'll talk about that. And then we talked about doing public art on the signal boxes and devoting about $6,000 of the money that's in the Arts Commission budget to launch that.
That'll be really cool. I'm really excited about that. I mean, I think, it's a small thing, but I think it'll be a really interesting little piece of flair for the city. I like it. So anyway.
I agree. I feel like it's time to bring color to the city and really focus on that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to drive into Lakewood and to see lots of color. Like Lonnie's tree, but that's all of Lakewood. So a new art event. So this is the UPS Strategic Consultants. And this is the change I made because we didn't know what they were going to propose, but they did a presentation for me and Mary. And the two events were a Lakewood Streets Arts and Culture block party and a mural festival. So I added that. Summer nights at the pavilion, we've already got that dialed in for this year. The Arts Commission retreat, I definitely want to do that every year. That was really nice, but do it a little bit earlier, maybe early October, end of September. And then the joint commission meeting with City Council, which I do want to say that is a really high priority for everyone to be present. And I really probably haven't stressed that enough, but so we'll go back into that. But so that's the main thing. The dates really just break it down month by month, which is a good reminder of what we need to be doing each month for planning and prepping for the next month and to get everything done. And then at the very bottom, it's kind of our special event dates. And I just wanted to point out on this, we're going to do a soft launch for the 25th anniversary in February because we can only do the virtual art exhibit in a flip book. But then in the summer, spring or summer, we'll have a in-person event, and we'll have the actual art exhibit there in person. And everything else is a little bit of a repeat of what you read up above. So I got great feedback last time that I incorporated, and we had the idea of the buskers. And I felt like that really will fit in nicely to that street block party event. The way they described it. And Paige, you'll be interested in this. They have the concept of these wooden coins, and everyone who enters the party, they get a certain amount of these coins. They're wooden tokens. But then they tip the buskers with those and the entertainers. And then at the end of the night, the entertainers bring those back for cash. And that's how everyone in the community can be really involved and kind of vote with those and they're giving back. And I really love that idea. So why doesn't everyone just say what they think of this and think of this work program and if we need any changes?
Looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah, and I love this the block party idea and the buskers and the innovative way of getting them paid. I think this is lovely.
Great.
Now, what is the mural festival? I mean, because we don't have any murals. I mean, what is it? What's that going to entail?
Well, I can go into that, and it is in the 90-page report in great detail.
Gotcha.
But it's based on the Vancouver Mural Festival, which is, I think, like a 2-week festival. But they proposed it as a shorter festival where you everyone contributes and helps to make a mural. I reached out to Urban Artworks in Seattle with the idea of for MLK and for our 25th anniversary having a community mural. And I think LMCC, Lakewood Multicultural Center, is going to agree to pay for that, in which case we can kind of kick it off a little bit. I mean, it would be a collaboration. And the idea is that they get a local artist, mural artist, and they work with local students to design it and then create it, and then it goes up. And they create it on graffiti paper, so then they can place it anywhere they want. But the idea of the mural festival is that it's very community centric, and it's really celebrates the cultural diversity in the area, and that everyone has a chance to help create it.
Okay.
But then you've got food trucks and you've got entertainment and other elements. But every year it just adds art. I think for Vancouver, they make 10 murals in that time. For us, it would depend on how much money we could get. And I would try to apply for lodging tax.
Okay.
Adriana, did you have any thoughts on the work plan or what you've heard?
I think it's broken down really well and pretty self-explanatory.
And I think the thing is, like, this is our work. Can we get excited about it? Is it doable? And is it what we want to have for our goals? I think we have our personal goals, we have our family goals, and, we're a team. These are our team goals. So we want to get fired up about it.
Sally, it looks like Patty has her hand raised. I don't know if she has something to say.
Hi, sorry, I'm late to the call.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, I'm in the car. Sorry about that. So I didn't look over all of the work plan stuff, but I had a question about the mural thingy. So I just came in late, and there's a guy and he's local. I don't know if you are reaching out to people. He did that big South Tacoma Way mural that's down on the side of Fernseed. I don't know if anybody's seen that on South Tacoma Way, and it's fabulous. It's so cool. And he's done a couple other murals locally. I don't know if you're reaching out to people or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I can get his name and maybe you could connect with them, or I don't really know him. I've just connected with him on Instagram.
Oh, great. That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
all this stuff looks really, what I was able to see, I'm loving.
Oh, good. Good. You know what, a big thing about the mural festival, it's really celebrating emerging artists. And it's I loved what the UPS consultant said about both. It's deconstructing people's ideas about art and making it approachable. Both events are geared toward that, being really participatory and hands-on, and like anyone can be an artist.
Very cool.
Okay.
And then Sally, number 5, like public art at Colonial Plaza. I mean, is that the main sculpture or is that something else?
That's the main sculpture, and we
Okay.
would be doing an unveiling event. Which
Gotcha.
probably will be between 6 months and a year.
Okay.
And I should have said unveiling event, but it's a little bit of both. Okay. Do we need to vote on this?
Sure.
Do we
Yeah.
we have enough people to vote?
We have 10, don't we?
Yeah, I think we
What
do.
is our how many people do we have nowadays? I can't remember. It's been so
Well,
long since we've all gotten together, in one room.
I know.
We have 10, 11. We have 10 members and then 4 liaisons. Oh, 11 including Jason, and then the 3 youth council member liaisons.
Okay.
So that's what.
I'd like to put forth a motion to vote on the work plan. Can I get a second?
I will second that.
Okay. I think it looks very good. Thank you, Sally.
Yeah,
Thank you,
totally.
guys. Okay. I'm so productive here.
And then let's see. Where's the agenda again? Is that for Nikki's?
Nikki's pulling it up for us.
Let's see. And then the 25th anniversary art exhibit contest call to artists.
Okay, the exciting thing about this is we just kind of brainstormed about this at the last meeting. And I just did a little research, and we are almost ready to launch with it. We put together a call to artists based on just best practices. And I have been sharing that out with you as it develops. But what I did is I found a sponsor. So Twin Star Credit Union is going to sponsor $1,700 worth of Visa gift cards for each category, which are 1st through 4th graders, 5th through 8th, and 9th through 12th, and then adults. So it's really great. These kids have a chance to win money if they get 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. And the idea is they submit, it'll go live the 15th. It really hasn't gone before City Council, which I'll do that on Monday. But I think I mentioned to you at the last meeting that I reached out to the Youth Council. And one of the Youth Council members brought up the theme of unity and how important it is to come together as a community. And that's what unity means. So one of the themes is unity. And then Linda mentioned Love Lakewood because it's February, which is Valentine's Day. And so you could submit pictures about what you love about Lakewood, places you love, memories you love, things you love. So there's 2 themes, and people submit their art to me digitally, and then we'll put it in a flip book. Hopefully everyone's art can go in that flip book, so everyone will get seen. And then it'll be the Arts Commission that will judge, along with some other people. And I'll be able to send it to you in a PowerPoint. And we will have to have a discussion in January about how to judge it. And I have information from another person who's an art curator that ran a similar festival where we got this idea from. And anyway, she has lots of ideas about that, but we can share ideas about how we want to judge it. But that will be, you know, the Arts Commission role. You'll get to judge it, help pick the winners. And then we'll put in a flip book. And then hopefully in the summer, we can have an actual exhibit with the artwork. I wanted to mention that the library and the Chamber of Commerce also came through with money. So everyone who enters will be in a raffle for gift cards and some other items. So really, I guess the clincher was we got a financial sponsor, and I didn't expect that to happen. It was just kind of a whim conversation right after we were talking about this. So that is why it came together so quickly. And lastly, I talked to our sister cities, and they're going to have Gimhae, the Republic of South Korea, Gimhae students also enter, and they'll have their own section just to make it kind of a more worldly, like, hey, Lakewood is beyond just Lakewood. We have a sister city in Gimhae, South Korea, and those students will have kind of a different prize category, but they'll all be in the flip book. And Sister Cities is taking care of their prizes. So it's exciting. You know, exciting that we talked about it and then like, boom, it all just came together.
It's great. Nice work.
So you can look on the website, but I don't know if any of you had a chance to look at the call to artists. I sent it out a couple times, and I always get like 1 or 2 people that look at it. But I just really wanted to keep all of you in the loop the whole time. And because I think we have to realize with this COVID that we've got to really communicate via email and not just in person, because so much, if we want things to happen fast and be nimble and flexible, we're going to have to communicate all the time in different ways.
It looked
Yeah,
great.
I did go over the call to artists. I remember that.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't think I responded to you, Sally, but I did look at it.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so.
Okay. And then should we be moving on to the strategic consultant's final report review?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, they gave their final report last week to me and Mary. It was like a 2-hour Zoom call where they presented their findings, and they came up with the 2 ideas, the block party and the mural festival. And I shared that 90-page report with all of you. I do expect everyone to read that. It's fascinating. They put a lot of work into it. I worked with them for 3 months, doing that weekly. And for anyone who's a resident or works in Lakewood, just for that reason, it'll be interesting. But we also need to hone in on what we want to follow up with in terms of those choices that they gave us.
And then the Public Art Committee, update on public art at Colonial Plaza, art exhibit for the 25th anniversary celebration.
Okay, so the public art at Colonial Plaza, I mentioned that Perry resigned from the project. That was our last meeting. And on this coming Monday, I present to City Council, and I'm presenting 3 options, which we kind of discussed. Either we keep her artwork and use that, which we own, and we have a foundry created, or we start fresh. And there's 2 ways to start fresh. We pick a runner-up artist from our original contest, one of like the 3 runner-ups, and we tell them exactly what we're looking for, and we pay a $500 stipend for 1 or 2 designs. Or we use one of 2 public rosters and find hopefully an artist from Lakewood and choose them, and same thing, say very specifically the type of thing we're looking for. The least expensive and the fastest in completion option is the first option, to keep Carrie's artwork and have a foundry and create it. Now, Earl mentioned 2 Ravens and connected us with them, and they're submitting a bid for it. And I said, hey, just be really honest. What do you think of the artwork? And he said, I really, really like it. And
Mhm.
Two Ravens they do a ton of art for City of Tacoma.
Mhm.
And so I really trust their judgment because they're tried and true. They've done this forever. And he said he liked it with the 5 pods versus the 3, which Perry had cut it down to 3 to save money. And he thought the 5 would look beautiful just in stainless steel with
Mhm.
color. He said because if you add color, it can start cheapening it and make it look like plastic. Whereas the steel shiny would just look like sterling silver, like a beautiful piece of jewelry. And and so I really valued that he liked the artwork and thought it would look really, really good. And he thought he could do it in 6 months' time. So I'll be presenting those 3 options to City Council next Monday.
Okay.
That said, I did have a long talk with City of Tacoma about best practices. They said they would never, ever use artwork if the artist resigned. And they said they would never do a water feature. They have eliminated them because they're so costly.
Yes.
Gotcha. Now, what was their reasoning behind the artist resignation? I mean, just I can hypothesize a lot of different reasons, but I mean, what was their reasoning about not wanting to um, utilize a piece of art that where the artist has dropped out?
That's a good question. They didn't really go in depth on it, but they did just talk about how it's proprietary and maybe getting into legal issues. Although we own the design, so that
Mhm.
is not going to be an issue. But they've been doing this for 20 years. And I do think,
Yeah.
like, the last thing I was going to say is, I said, do you contract out? Because I'm a special events person. I don't
Yeah.
know art installation. And I do believe if we contracted with them from the beginning that none of this would have happened and it'd be done by now. It's its own specialty and they are professionals in that specialty. And so an option, and I will present this, is to contract with the City of Tacoma arts staff, of whom there are like a lot. And it's 10 to 15% of the cost of the project is what they charge. And they do contract out with a lot of other cities in the area.
I would say, Sally, speaking from the museum curatorial perspective, having the artist from start to finish would be mandatory from a curatorial perspective in the museum world. But this is not the museum world. This is public art. Just to make sure that the boundary process and everything that goes into that reveals the artist's true intent for the piece. And that's probably where they're coming from.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. I would never use an artist who dropped out of a project and who couldn't do the whole job to completion. Even though she's given her artwork, the city owns it, we have the designs. If they're not there to guide through the whole process, I agree with that. And I've always thought that it shouldn't have a water feature because I know water features on a lot of our things. I have to shut down parks. I have to shut down different places. Something gets clogged with this, that, vandalism. It's always a pain, always, no matter what, with a water feature.
Oh, that's great feedback. I like how you put that reveals the artist's true intent.
Exactly. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, even talking with Two Ravens, it's like, are the pods supposed to look like this or this?
Yeah, see,
And he doesn't know. Yeah.
That's the challenge. And I know from talking to water features, there's a water feature that belongs to the city of Tacoma that resides just outside on one of the big plazas at the Museum of the Glass that is no longer really functioning because it was going to cost an exorbitant amount of money to make it run after it failed. So, yeah.
Sally, if I may ask, I mean, how, if we choose not to go, if the city chooses not to go with Perry's, artwork, I mean, how much money are we out? Are you able to disclose that or not?
Yeah, sure, $5,000.
Oh, that's it? Oh, okay.
That's, was her first payment. That is the design. That's goodwill. She did spend a lot of time, going to
Oh,
meetings.
okay. I thought it was going to be way more than that. So,
No. Yeah, no, fortunately.
okay, good. That makes me feel a lot better.
Mhm. Okay, Patty.
I missed it. Why did she drop out?
I think that I think people react really differently to COVID, and
Yeah.
I think that she just seemed the whole time like she was looking for an out, and that she didn't think she could do it within budget.
Oh, okay.
Felt that. But to get we got an email from her in November saying, "Hey, I'll let you know tomorrow if it's a go or no go." And we'd already signed a contract with her back in the
Right.
So it was an odd, like, wait, we're a go.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, I wondered about the contract part of what she was obligated to do. But sorry, that was
Yeah,
just
we pulled in the
nosiness.
lawyers and it got all worked out.
Oh, good.
I think we didn't want to have to work with someone who didn't want to work with us.
Yeah.
No, and that's why I think it's probably good to not use her artwork. I mean, that would be my preference and what I would do too. So
I think the city council's eager to get something done and in there. The fact that it could get done so much more quickly with Two Ravens is going to be enticing, I think. And the fact that everyone clearly liked her artwork so much, so far and above the others. But we'll see. But Patty, remind me, what city do you work for? I always get it confused whether it's Kent. Is it Kent?
yes, it is. It's Kent.
Okay.
And so,
But I can mention your comments. I think that'll be helpful.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, because we're early in the public art process, and so we do have to be really careful about how we deal with situations like this, because we don't want the artist to be disappointed in the way her work came out either. I'm sure it wouldn't be because of Two Ravens being wonderful, but since we don't know what her involvement would have been during the process of actually creating the art, there is a little bit of risk there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I really like the idea of in the future contracting out with the city of Tacoma until we can learn, or I can learn enough from them. But I mean, they were talking about so much. I mean, it's like you don't know what you don't know until you don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. We would not be in the situation we're in now if they had managed this project. I'm confident.
And that's a great idea, Sally, because I mean, there's probably a lot of time that we had invested in vetting Perry's art and choosing Perry's art to where that could have really been streamlined and honed down a little bit more with the experience of the city of Tacoma and such. So, yeah.
And it would be a great learning opportunity.
That's what I was just gonna say. I think it's a
Exactly.
massive learning opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, I would like that.
So I have to say they were incredibly helpful. We talked for long periods of time on several different occasions, as I did with the curator of the COVID art contest that we're basing the 25th one on.
So Sally, when you take this to the council, you will include our concern, our concern.
Mm-hmm. Your experience, your hands-on experiences, I think, is what I would include because you've seen this firsthand.
Yeah, I just said that they understand the full picture. And it may all just be beautiful and fantastic and work out beautifully.
But it also, there is a flip side to that too.
And I have great confidence in Two Ravens as well. I mean, their work is beautiful, and they're very sensitive.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Anything else before we move on?
I have to drop off the call right now. So if there's anything else, Sally, that you need from me, you want to let me know if I can help in any way.
Okay, well, Patty, the event's the 12th, and we
Okay.
did throw out that we're looking for judges.
Okay.
If you want to come and judge, it's from 6
I would love
to 8.
to.
Okay, find Lonnie at the City of Lakewood tent.
When is that? What day?
It's,
what?
well, it's
This is
this
for the float?
Saturday.
Yes, this week. Yeah, that would be
What
fine.
time should everyone meet? What do you think? Like at 5 or at 5:30 or?
5:30, we can get a cup of coffee and get a game plan together, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think that's
5:30,
good, Earl.
everyone meet at the tent, City of
At the
Lakewood.
tent.
And where's the tent going to be? Because I missed all that too, and I'm
Barnes
sorry.
and Noble parking lot.
Barnes and Noble parking lot at 5:30. Are you, Lonnie? Are you sending something? I'm sorry, I'm driving. I keep
I
apologizing.
can send that out. I'll send it.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
Okay.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Okay, bye, Patty.
Bye.
Okay, moving on to the Joint Commission meeting recap.
Oh, so Lonnie, you were there, and Susan spoke, and Patty just got off the call spoke. And Lonnie, I want to apologize because I definitely should have had you speak at that.
That's all right. I mean, I was there, representing.
And so thank you. So I think the feedback I got afterwards was we had a low turnout, and the city council members get together just for our commission. And when there's only 3 or 4 people, they were kind of like, let us know if you don't want to have this meeting because it's our time. And so I wanted to stress how important that is. And I'd like to see everyone be on that joint commission meeting. We all should be, and we should all have a talking point. I misunderstood my supervisor, Mary. I thought she said it should only be me and one other person talking because it was on Zoom and it gets really difficult to pass the torch. And I was thinking, oh, I don't want to hear my voice again. I don't want them to have to hear my voice again. So, but that had not been her intent, I don't think. So I apologize that more people didn't get a chance to speak, and that won't happen again. But what did you all think? How did you think it went, those of you who were on the call?
I thought it was good.
I thought
They're very receptive.
Yeah, I thought they were very supportive, and they obviously feel that the Arts Commission is doing good work. They were very complimentary of the work that was being done and very supportive, I thought.
Mm-hmm. And you asked the question, Susan. Did you like the answers you got?
Yeah, I thought they were very thoughtful responses, and they obviously have an intent to do as much as they can to support the Arts Commission, both now in the short term. And obviously, I feel that there's a great commitment to the public art endeavors that the Arts Commission is moving forward into. They seem incredibly supportive, and also they understood the economic power of the arts and how it attracts people to move into the area. And so I thought it was extremely promising. Yeah, I know they don't have a great deal of resources right now, but the commitment's there, I think.
Right. Great. Yeah, I always get that feeling as well.
Yeah. They're and I think they're supportive of you personally, Sally.
Yes, they are. And Patty did a really nice job, I thought.
Yes.
So I think all in all, it was great. We just need a greater turnout of our members. And I'll make
Okay.
a point of stressing that that is considered a meeting. And then, Earl, I
Mhm.
to give a few minutes. It's just 5:54. To Ivan, the gorilla.
Oh yeah.
You brought up that the Disney movie's coming out in August.
Oh no, it came out in August.
Oh, it came out in August.
Yeah, it already came out in August. They released it on Disney Plus, because the theaters were closed down and everything, and
Oh.
it was cute. It brought a tear to my eye, but I think to everybody, it's gonna be, a good movie. I think it was a little bit better from my perspective because they didn't really like slam my family. It was it was done very well. I mean, there wasn't an agenda. It wasn't controversial. It was really sweet. So yeah, I mean, it was, but yeah, I mean, it was neat to see. It was good. I liked it. So, but yeah, it came out in August. They released it in on Disney Plus directly. So
Well, you've just reached out to me several times about artwork ideas around Ivan, and I just want to be the keeper of that information. I want you to feel free to share that with the Arts Commission. You talked
sure.
about a fundraiser, do you want to tell them a little bit about your thoughts so that they can digest that? And
Well, especially with the Disney movie, I mean, he's got such a, little cult following, among children, not only the Disney movie, but the book that the movie was even based upon. And, it might be, a fun little thing for the kids, if we could do like a paint like Ivan, kind of, something like that to where, we can feature some of his artwork that I have and maybe some, kids. And it's not like it's not like he was painting some Rembrandt or anything, So some, 5-year-old or 6-year-old or 7-year-old little kids, I think they would really get a kick out of doing something over, like painting like Ivan and seeing a lot of his artwork because his artwork was featured in the movie. It was like the focal point of, of the movie itself. So it wasn't just like a little topic that was talked about. It was actually a focal point of that Disney movie. And it was a focal point of the book as well. I mean, because his art was the way that he communicated that he wanted to go to a different place. And that's the way he was able to communicate that was through his art. And that was kind of like one of the major themes of the book and the movie itself. And so I think it would be just kind of an interesting thing to actually encourage a lot of the kids that have been inspired by, his story, to actually kind of do something fun and just, do a little paint like Ivan kind of thing. So, and then, I mean, we could potentially do some sort of a fundraiser. I mean, I started my own nonprofit 501(c)(3 in his name, and wow, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do that again. But it's been interesting and fun. But I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm happy that I've done it, but we're very small, we're very green, and but one of our major mission objectives is to gift scholarships to students that have been inspired by Ivan's story and want to take their career path to becoming a primatologist and such. And we can give them some money to help them with their education and things like that of that nature. So, and then one of the other goals that I do want to have raised money for is I really want to take his ashes back to Africa, and that's very costly, especially during this COVID era. But yeah, and so those are our two main mission objectives, right now as our foundation. So
Mhm. Well, I just wanted to share that because sometimes, if you have a movie about like this iconic character in
yeah,
Lakewood, it can really put you on the map if you can play it up. And is there a way to incorporate that in what we do? I don't know.
yeah, and I mean, maybe some people have some, thoughts that, about that. I mean, I trademarked him, so I mean, so we own the trademark. So I mean, that's not like it would be. It's not like we would be competing with, as far as merchandising goes, we would be competing with anybody else. Because it was weird because there was no trademark when she had written her book, and then I applied for the trademarks and registered the trademarks during the time that Disney was actually making the movie. So that's how she was able to write her book and commission it to Disney. But Disney isn't merchandising that movie. I mean, they're not making little stuffed Ivans. I make stuffed Ivans, and I think they're really super cute, and I've already sold about 30 of them.
Oh,
And proceeds over the sales that I do on my website, I want to have go towards our fundraising goals as part of the foundation. So I sell a lot of his. I've only introduced two of his artworks that people can sell, and I get them printed at Roby's on some canvas or stainless steel or acrylic and things like that and of that nature. And so yeah, I mean, it's been a good little side business as well. It's been I've really enjoyed everything. So, but as far as that goes, I mean, we would have the liberty to use any of his name, trademark, or paintings to do almost anything that we would like.
how many paintings are there?
I have about 55.
So does anyone have thoughts when they hear this?
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
I
Yeah,
certainly think
agree.
we'll.
Thank you for sharing that out. I mean, I know for me, I grew up in Tacoma, and as a kid, we went to the B&I. That's just what we did. And so you always had to make a stop to go see Ivan and then go see the little weird little chicken and the
Yeah,
it was
the
that
chicken was
popped out
even
the
in the
egg,
movie.
so it's just super nostalgic. And there's a lot of people that moved away from this area, but that's a part of their memory,
Yeah.
growing up. So yeah, I think that's really special.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought up the chicken, Adriana, because he was actually in the movie. They were introducing the cast of the circus troupe at the beginning, and then there were like Bryan Cranston who played the lesson. He basically played an amalgamation of my uncle and my grandfather, but he was like Henrietta, the chicken that played baseball, and we just started cracking up as a family because we really did have a chicken that played baseball, and nobody's really going to get that point. I mean, I didn't, but Disney really did their research. I mean, so it was interesting that they found out about the chicken that played baseball, and I thought that was really bizarre.
Well,
So,
what better information could you have for a story? A chicken that played baseball. They probably love.
yeah, yeah, and I
Well,
think
when I
Shaka Khan was the voice or something. So, but not only does Ivan's story resonate with the older adult population in Lakewood because of our fond memories of him growing up here, he has a huge following amongst kids with the book and the movie. And his story, it never ceases to amaze me, but his story continues to captivate the minds of these children, not only across our city or state, but across the nation and the world as well. I mean, it's been, I mean, I've had people contact me from England and France and want to do articles and things like that. So, I mean, he may be a local celebrity to us, but he's become having more of an international stage now.
Well, I don't know what it would look like, but we could certainly, incorporate it. Like if we did this street block party and you had different areas. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't incorporate the paint like Ivan and have his paintings up and have your stuffed animals and um, because he is so much part of Lakewood.
Yeah, and we could auction off maybe. I don't know if I'd want to auction off. I'd have to think about auctioning off one of his actual pieces. I could maybe think about it, but we could also auction off one of the prints of one of his pieces as well, too.
But just having them out like in an exhibit, people don't get to
Mhm.
see that, right? So that would be an attraction. You wouldn't necessarily have to sell them, but just to have an exhibit set up.
Exactly. Yeah, so if anybody has any thoughts on that, I mean, I think it would be a very interesting opportunity because I've been having a good time. He's been a lot of work, but he's been good work. So
I guess I just wanted to bring it up because I want to make sure we're not missing an opportunity here to have this animal from Lakewood. He's in a Disney movie and a book.
Mhm.
We be playing that up at all? And
Yeah,
so just
and
wanted to point that out.
I think that was one of the things I kind of thought, but thought of first was engaging the kids to kind of paint like Ivan, but I'm sure that there's so many more other areas that we could expand upon, but I haven't really thought of any of the, different ones, but if anybody thinks of something different, by all means, let us know, because I think it would be really cool.
Well, it kind of goes along with deconstructing the ideas of what an artist is, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They even had they at the very ending of the movie, they had, it was really sweet how they did like a picture of him with his paintbrush and everything. And they said that, when he was at the BNI, this is where he learned to paint and such. And then in the next slide, they showed him and he went to Zoo Atlanta, and it was really nice. They did this little caption where they said, in 1995, he was transferred to Zoo Atlanta, and once again, he was the star of the show. So, so I mean, it was they did a really really touching job.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So we can all digest that. Remember that for future events, or just keep that in the back of your minds.
Okay.
And that's it, I think.
Yeah. Does anybody else have anything that they like to share before we adjourn?
Our next meeting's January 4th, New Year, 2021.
Yay. Yeah, we get yay, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So let's see. So I put forth a motion to adjourn. Everybody? Good?
Aye.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
everybody. It was great to see all of you and talk to you. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
We'll see you on
Yeah, have
Saturday.
great holidays.
You too. See you next week.
Right.
We'll see you at the reverse parade on Saturday.
Well,
right?
at the parade, that's true.
Yeah. See you there.
Bye, all.
Bye-bye.